Morning, everyone. This is the regular board meeting of the Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority for May 26, 2023. The board did meet in executive session prior to the public board meeting. We discussed some updates on some of our capital programs and other reports. So let's start with the roll call, Deb.
Sure. Ms. McCormick Barron.
Here.
Ms. Cristello. Mr. Domock.
Here.
Ms. Lever.
Here.
Mr. Martin.
Present.
Dr. Morrell. Mr. Shuley.
Here.
Ms. Strasburger.
Here.
We have 6 board members present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Do we have any speakers for public comment?
No registered public comment today.
All right, thank you. We'll start with the approval of the meeting minutes of April 28th, 2023. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor of the minutes of April 28th, 2023, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, the minutes are approved. The next agenda item is the confirmation of CEO approvals. All CEO approvals from the prior month are confirmed. And we will move to reports and updates. We'll start with the finance department and Jen.
Good morning, Chair Shuley and members of the PWSA board. In your board packet, you will find the finance board report that includes April 30th of 2023. Highlights of that report include that the year-to-date receipts totaled $62.9 million, or 30% of the total budget. Wastewater conveyance and discharges through the first 4 months of 2023 were $19 million compared to the $16.3 million that was budgeted. Water and stormwater receipts through the first 4 months equaled $42.2 million as compared to the budgeted amount of $43.4 million, an under collection of $1.2 million, but stable. Total forecasted year-end receipts inclusive of the rate stabilization fund are $208.2 million. This represents an increase of $1.6 million as compared to the budget. Year-to-date departmental operating expenditures are $32.3 million, which is $9 million lower than budgeted. It is expected that departmental expenditures will expedite during this quarter due to the increase in construction. $35.4 million in debt service costs have been paid year to date, which is in line with budget expectations. Rising interest rates continue to impact the variable rate line of credit, and it is expected that new fixed rate bonds will be issued around June to pay off all or a portion of the capital line of credit. Our cash balance is $82.2 million, which is 11.7 higher as compared to the prior year. Finally, year-to-date capital expenditures are $21.7 million. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Jen on the finance department? Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
We'll move to the Chief Environmental Compliance and Ethics Officer report. Mr. Sideri.
All right, good morning, everyone. This morning, I wanted to talk a little bit about our Environmental Management Information Systems, or EMIS. The Environmental Compliance Department, led by our program manager, Kumar Bill, has been working to help develop this EMIS system. And the purpose of it really is to help us facilitate some efficient data capture, some of our task management, auditing, reporting activities to support environmental compliance, but also our safety and water quality programs. Development of the EMIS systems really a stepwise process where we work through a scoping piece, some sandbox development, user acceptance testing, and then finally production of a bunch of modules to help assure that the system meets our needs that the vendor is putting together. The system includes both desktop access, so we can get to it from our computers, but more importantly, allows us to access things from tablets and phones out in the field. A full range of environmental compliance topics are really covered in this EMIS system as we've developed it, including hazardous materials, spill prevention, our storage tanks, air and emissions MS4, MPDS, and industrial user discharges that we have, waste management, drinking water, our sanitary and combined sewer overflows, safety, and then finally, we have modules set up for incident management to help us with root cause analysis and corrective actions, and also some of our permit management. So a lot of things are going into this EMIS system that's being built out. As we've developed these modules, we've coordinated with a number of other systems, including our SCADA system and our laboratory information management system, as well as GIS. And we're also planning for it to be able to be integrated with our future asset management system that's being put together. So the team right now is continuing to work through the progressive implementation of the EMIS. Some of these modules are in use, others are still being developed, and we plan to have it fully implemented here by the end of the year. If any of you want to see it, it's probably better to see than hear about it. Let me know. Be more than happy to provide a demo or show you the system that we have in use. Finally, today, I wanted to note that we're continuing to expand our environmental compliance manual to all of the PWSA facilities, as I've talked about before. As part of that effort, I'm pleased to let you know that this summer, we're going to be working with a University of Pittsburgh Center for Sustainable Business Climate Core Fellow. So this fellow is going to be working directly with our compliance group, helping to better understand some of our waste that's being generated by our facilities in areas where we can kind of implement the reduce, reuse, recycle type concepts to help impact our waste disposal footprint for both cost savings as well as environmental benefits. So I look forward to having this fellow kind of take a real close look at some of that waste generation, again, to help benefit the authority there. And that is all I have this month, but I always close with letting everybody know that if there are questions regarding compliance or ethics, that you can all reach out to me. So any questions today?
What is the length of service for the fellow?
The fellows, I think it's about 12 weeks,
Yeah,
10 weeks.
10 weeks.
I got the
Okay.
10 from the back,
All
yeah,
right.
10 weeks. So they're starting here right in the beginning of June and will basically be with us through the summer.
It's one or multiple?
Just one,
One
yeah,
person,
sorry,
okay.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
great.
sorry. One fellow that we have.
Right, one fellow, all right. Any other questions or comments for Frank for the report? All right. Thank you, Frank.
All good, thank you.
All right. The last report is the Chief Executive Officer's report. Will?
Thank you, Chair Shuley, and good morning, members of the board, PWSA staff, and members of the public tuning in. Barry King is unable to be with us this morning, but I'd be remiss not to point out the level of activity that he and his department have been embarking upon is really evident in the agenda this month and will be into next month as well. For our contractor and consultant community, I do encourage you to check out our website to see the bids that are open and active, and please do sign up for our bonfire procurement portal, which will alert you to opportunities to bid on PWSA projects. And Kate Meckler will be representing Barry in the resolutions for engineering and construction this morning. I am pleased that this month is a PGH2O Excellence Awards month. And first, I want to recognize equipment repair specialist Mike Rava and Jeff Dirk. They work out of the water treatment plant and were nominated for an effort that they made this month. There are mixer blades in our liquid lime, which is liquid lime is added as part of our treatment process. There is a 20-foot deep tank. The blades were bent. And typically this sort of repair work is something that we could rely on a contractor to do, but both Mike and Jeff wanted to embark upon it themselves, and they coordinated with our safety team to make sure that they planned the work ahead of time, wore the appropriate safety gear. And it's my understanding that Mike went down 20 feet. I did actually see the photos into this tank with Jeff's help and support to make that repair to the blade. And this is just an example of the commitment of our repair specialists that are working day in, day out to make the treatment plant hum. A lot of this activity we don't hear about, but just seeing the photos and happy to share them with the board after the meeting, it's pretty impressive, the level of bravery that I wouldn't share getting down into that tank, making that repair, which allowed us to receive a delivery of liquid lime that we were expecting that next day. So my hat's off to both of them out of the treatment
So I
plant.
think you answered my question. The tank was drained.
It
when you
was
said-
drained,
okay.
yes. Frank and Casey would have never allowed it to be otherwise. And the fact that they consulted with safety prior to embarking upon the repair is a testament to the culture we're establishing out of the plant. Up next is now Natalie Benzuk, who's a senior billing specialist in our customer service department. Natalie's work in our AMI and billing section of customer service is truly exceptional. It's only exceeded by her willingness to offer assistance to management and her coworkers. Natalie primarily responds to customer inquiries that are escalated and require additional investigation and analysis. She also processes pre-bill editing, resolves convoluted editing kickouts and drafts, and posts adjustments to customers' accounts, which is very important that we address those as soon as possible. Her time management skills are impeccable, so I need to take some tips from Natalie. Looking forward to stealing some of those. One thing that really created the recognition is that she wants to go over and beyond and has, and she pitches in, fills in gaps when we've had staffing needs. She's not beyond working with the team and identifies process improvements for us to do our work and help our customers more efficiently. So my hat's off to Natalie as well, and congratulations on 3 of our team receiving the PGH2O Excellence Awards this month.
Great, thanks, Will. Congrats to all of our employees and especially our Excellence Award winners today. So sounds pretty impressive. All right, so we'll move to resolutions. We'll start with resolution number 27. Jen?
Thank you, Chair Shuley. Resolution number 27, authorizing the securing of funding by PWSA from the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority, better known as PennVest, in the aggregate principal amount of $59,136,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So
Motion.
moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 27, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, resolution number 27 is approved. Resolution 28.
Resolution number 28, approving the reimbursement resolution for the 2023 through 2025 sewer rehabilitation programs as part of the PennVest closing process.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Oops. All right, any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 28, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, resolution number 28 is approved. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jen. Resolution 29. Normally we have Mr. King in this place, but we have one of the unsung heroes, I think, of the authority, Kate Meckler, Assistant Director of Engineering. And Kate, well, thank you. Well, thank you for being here. Welcome to the board meeting.
Thank you for that, and good morning, Chairman Shuley and members of the board. Resolution 29 is a request for board approval for the award of a capital contract for construction of the 2023 valve replacement project to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $2,889,165. This annual indefinite quantity, indefinite delivery contract includes the replacement of broken and aging fire hydrants and small and large diameter valves throughout the PWSA drinking water supply system. Staff recommends that the board approves this award.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Good. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 29, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 29 is approved. Resolution number 30, Kate.
Resolution 30 is a request for board approval for the award of 2 operating contracts for the construction of the 2023 urgent water project to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $2,407,205 and to Mealy and Sons Incorporated in the amount of $2,557,559. This IDIQ contract includes the urgent and immediate repair, rehabilitation, or replacement of infrastructure within the PWSA's public water system, including water main, valves, service connections, hydrants, and related apprentices. Project locations are throughout the system. Staff recommends that the board approves these awards.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved, Mike Domar.
Thank you, Mike. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Erica. Any discussion? So Kate, you have two major contracts for urgent water repair. So how does the work normally get distributed among the two contracts?
So it a little bit depends on what other contractors already honestly have at the moment, because these are urgent repair contracts. They do have within 4 hours that they have to actually be on site to address the repairs. So sometimes one contract already might be working on an urgent site, so therefore then the other contractor. Sometimes it's about who has the actual materials to make the repairs as well. So again, this is for the entire water system. So sometimes it's a large diameter main. Sometimes some contractors have repair in the actual pipe on hand or the valves on hand versus another contractor. So that's kind of how they're
Very good.
moved around.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 30, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 30 is approved. Resolution number 31.
Resolution 31 is a request for board approval for the award of 2 operating contracts for the construction of the 2023 urgent sewer project to M.O. Herron and Company in the amount of $2,994,585, and to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $3,185,830, and a professional services agreement operating for construction management and construction inspection services to Hatch Associates Consultant in the amount of $999,950. This annual IDIQ contract includes the urgent and immediate repair, rehabilitation, or replacement of infrastructure within the PWSA's public sewer system, including storm, sanitary, and combined sewer facilities. Project locations are throughout the city of Pittsburgh. Staff recommends that the board approve these awards.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 31, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 31 is approved. Resolution number 32.
Resolution 32 is a request for board approval to consolidate the lots of 6122 and 6150 Mifflin Road for Phase 2 of the 31st Ward Pump Station and Apprentices Project, and authorize the Chief Executive Officer to sign off on the adoption and certification clauses for the requested consolidation. These properties were previously acquired by the PWSA via resolutions 222 and 209, via resolutions 222 of 2019 respectively, for the replacement expansion of the Mifflin sewage pump station and the proposed equalization tank. Consolidation of these 2 lots is the first step in the zoning approval, which will extinguish the internal property line and accommodate the construction of these facilities. Staff recommends that the board approves this resolution.
Very good. May I have a motion?
So
moved. Jim Martin.
Second?
Guess I'll second.
Very good. Any discussion?
I have a question for Kate, and I
Sure.
might not even be saying the word correctly. Can you explain what appurtenances is?
Sure, it's the inside pieces of what you would consider the pump station. So it's all the ancillary parts, just not the pumps in the facility itself.
Okay.
So if we have to put in different valving or, and sometimes in sewage pump stations, you have to put in ragging devices so that things don't get cut off. It's all those bits and pieces that you went to say a pump is for.
And how do you pronounce it?
Appurtenances,
Appurten.
that's how I pronounce it. I don't know if that's
I-
correct.
Thank you.
And they say engineers
Say
can't
that 3
spell.
times.
May I ask Kate a question? I remember voting on this 2019, so just for picture clarity. This makes total sense, by the way, but as far as getting this done for the folks there, has this been primarily a zoning issue, or are we sort of in a new phase of the design?
So we are in
That this
the
has to happen next, or just, 2019 was a while ago.
correct. And so we did acquire the properties. That property structures that were on those properties have been demolished. So we had to go through the demolition and actually
All right.
demolish those properties. So that was done earlier this year. And now the next step is we're progressing through the design is actually that consolidation. We do have a design consultant that we are working with. They're going through the preliminary design steps right now.
Okay, let it, oops, yeah,
Yes.
thanks.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 32, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 32 is approved. Resolution number 33.
Resolution 33 is a request for board approval to submit an application to Alcoasand's Grow Grant Program for the 2023 Small Diameter Sewer Rehabilitation Contract 3. This contract is located in the Carrick neighborhood of the city of Pittsburgh and is focusing in our sanitary sewers specifically. Participating in the GROW program may provide reimbursement of eligible project design and construction costs by between 15 to 85%, where the percentage is calculated based on the actual level of source flow reduction demonstrated. The GROW Grant program requires an authorizing resolution to be provided with all applications. With the passage of this resolution, PWSA is reaffirming its commitment to fund this project. Staff recommends that the board approves this resolution.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Pegg, any discussion?
I have a question. So I'm all for PWSA finding grants and loans wherever we can. To me, this seems to be an expansion of Alcoasand's Grow Grant project or kind of purview. In my understanding, there was generally a stormwater focus for their Grow Grant program. Is there an expansion now into sewer, or does this somehow fit into their original?
Yep, so it does fall within their original program. They've
Okay.
always, again, from our standpoint, we have applied a lot specifically for stormwater, but their program has always been source reduction as a whole.
I see.
And so a lot of the other municipalities have targeted inflow and infiltration areas. And this is exactly what this project is targeted for, is inflow and infiltration.
Got it.
So we actually do have some that have been strictly on the sanitary side as well, although most of our projects have been on the storm water side of the GROW application.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Kate? All those in favor of resolution number 33, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, resolution number 33 is approved. Resolution number 34.
Resolution 34 is a request for board approval to submit an application to Alcoasand's Grow Grant Program for the Bus Rapid Transit Stormwater Infrastructure Project. In coordination with the Pittsburgh Regional Transit Bus Rapid Transit Project, PWSA is implementing stormwater green infrastructure improvements in the Uptown neighborhood, which is located in the M19 and M5 sewer sheds. Participating in the GROW program may provide reimbursement of eligible project design and construction costs between 15 and 85%, where the percentage is calculated based on the actual level of source flow and reduction demonstrated. The GROW Grant program requires an authorizing resolution to be provided with all applications. With the passage of this resolution, PWSA is reaffirming its commitment to fund this project. Staff recommends that the board approve this resolution.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hey, Kate, at some point, unless you know the answer off the top of your head, I'd be interested, since the Alcoasand Grow program was initiated, how many dollars have we applied for and how many dollars have we received?
I do not have that, but I can get
Yeah,
back to you with
I
that
mean, I
that
know it's
information.
a significant amount of money and we appreciate the support that we've received from Alcoasand. Obviously, it's a very competitive process in terms of competing with other municipalities for those dollars, but I think it would be good for the board and also acknowledgement of Alcoasand's good work to know what we've applied for. I know there's some things that are pending, but what we've received. So be interested to know that.
we'll make sure you get that
All
information.
right, thank you. All those in favor of resolution number 34, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 34 is approved. Resolution number 35.
Resolution 35 is a request for board approval for the award of a capital contract for the construction of the Queenston Sewer Improvements Project to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $2,781,775. The Queenston Sewer Improvements Project includes the construction of sanitary and storm sewer systems, including catch basins, manholes, and sanitary and storm sewers in the Overbrook neighborhood, which is located in the MH80 sewer shed. Just for a little bit of graphic, that goes to Sawmill Run and then ultimately to the Ohio River. Staff recommends that the board approves this award.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Peggy. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Erica. Any discussion? I think I do remember a conversation you and I have had on this sewer many years ago in terms of the need, and it's a long time coming, but I'm glad to see it's finally made the agenda.
Yes, we are excited to get this one moving forward for sure.
Very good. All those in favor of resolution number 35, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 35 is approved. Resolution number 36.
Resolution 36 is a request for board approval for the award of the capital contract for the construction of the 2022 small diameter water main replacement contract B to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $29,974,897.50. The 2022 small diameter water main replacement contract B involves the relay of water mains, including valves, hydrants, and service lines as required in Elliott, Stanton Heights, and the Point Breeze neighborhoods of the city of Pittsburgh, as well as Millvale Borough. These locations have been selected on a variety of criteria, including the prevalence of lead service lines, undersized mains, dead-end water mains, and mains with a history of frequent breaks. Staff recommends that the board approves this award.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, BJ. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 36, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Are there any opposed? Are there any abstentions? Resolution number 36 is approved. Resolution number 37, Kate.
Resolution 37 is a request for board approval for the award of a capital contract to the for construction of the 2022 small diameter water main replacement contract C to Golden Triangle Construction Company Incorporated in the amount of $29,413,532.50. The 2022 small diameter water main replacement contract C project involves the relay of water mains involving including valves, hydrants, and service lines as required in Marshall, Shadeland, Spring Garden, and the North Side neighborhoods. Staff recommends that the board approves this award.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion.
So
So-
moved. Thank you.
We have a motion and second. Any discussion?
I do have a question on this one. Is it coincidental that contract C is about the same as contract B within a fraction of a percent?
So the mileage of main replacement is very similar. Contract B is 4.7 miles and contract C is 4.4 miles. So that's why I think you're getting kind of similar. The quantities are pretty similar on the amount of main replaced. So I think that's why your pricing is similar.
Yeah, I was thinking because they're in different regions that there would be local conditions that would change, but it seems like the pricing is per linear foot, or is that right?
Close.
Yeah, I was just surprised that in different regions that it could be coincidental. They're within less than 1% difference.
Probably more for, I guess, the way they did these jobs as well, in terms of
Right.
certainly Independent has a lot of experience. Golden Triangle is a newcomer, quite frankly, to PWSA that we've known of in recent history, and we welcome their participation. Good question, though, Jim. All right, all those in favor, are there any other questions on resolution number 37? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 37 is approved. The last resolution of the day is resolution number 38.
Resolution 38 is a request for board approval for the award of a capital contract for the construction of the 2023 neighborhood lead service line replacement project to FJ Zatola in the amount of $11,323,000 and a professional service agreement for construction management and construction inspection services to AECom in the amount of $1,777,600. And sorry about that. Let me repeat that again. $1,777,054. This project includes the verification of service line materials, replacement of lead service lines and restoration work in the, I'm hopefully not butchering this, Esplin, Lincoln, Leamington, Perry South, Bluff, and Marshall Shadeland neighborhoods of the city of Pittsburgh. Just one additional caveat to this is AECom does have a 66.6% in their supplier diversity. So just a accreditation to them putting that out there. Staff recommends that the board approves these awards.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
BJ, any discussion?
So I have one quick question. The total budget here is about one and a half million?
For the leads, the actual construction contract is $11,323,000. And then the construction management, construction
Right.
services is $1,177,654.
Right, for a total of 13.1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? All those in favor of resolution number 38, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 38 is approved. Is there any other business to come before the board today?
If you may indulge me just for one moment, Chair Shuley, I do want to recognize that the PWSA team lost a dear colleague this week, Mike Dush, who ended his career at PWSA as a senior manager in our sewer group, passed away. Mike was with PWSA for nearly 25 years. I'll remember him for his dedication to his team out at Howard Street, a small but mighty team. Mike wanted to make sure that they always had the right tools and technology and were taken care of. And really just a public servant to its core. Like I said, nearly 25 years at PWSA and a really solid coworker. So we're sorry to hear of him losing his battle with cancer, and please do keep Mike, our team and team here at PWSA, in your thoughts this Memorial Day weekend.
Thanks, Will. I do remember Mike and pass along our condolences to his family. On behalf of the board, I'd like to mention that hope that our staff and vendors and board members have a wonderful Memorial Day holiday, and that maybe sometime during this weekend, we take a moment to think about the fact of those that have gone before us, that have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms here and our lives and everyday lives, and also to thank those that are currently serving in our military. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Meeting is adjourned.
Thanks for.